supports eating disorders. I have existed in a larger body for pretty much my entire life. And I come from a family that greatly vilifies fatness and praises thinness. And literally the only time I have ever gotten any significant praise from my family members was when I had a horrible eating disorder. The time in my life when I was the thinnest also happened to be the time in my life when I was the sickest and most miserable I have ever been. My eating was disordered, my body was failing, my heart was broken, and my mind was extremely sick. And I have never been so praised in my entire life than I was at that point. And if there was any one thing that stunted my recovery and kept me in my eating disorder as long as I was, it was that.
Let's talk about diets that don't work. Keto was made for epileptic children. Intermittent fasting is just a fun way of saying I'm starving myself. Juice cleanses are just a really expensive way to drink your fruit instead of eat it. Any MLM 30-day detox bullshit is just a way to shit your pants and spend a lot of money. Noom is basically MyFitnessPal, but you're just paying more for it, and they pretend to have a psychological component, but really it's just health coaches that have no background on nutrition. Calorie restriction, or just restricting food in general, works until you become really fucking hungry and end up eating everything in sight and develop a horrible relationship with food. Whole30 is just a fancy way of restricting yourself for 30 days and then binging out of control on day 31. So if you want advice from a registered dietitian, dieting literally doesn't work, and 2/3 of dieters will gain more weight than they originally lose. You're best off creating a healthy relationship with food and learning how to trust your body again. Intuitive eating. Let's talk about diets that don't work. Part 2. I seem to have left a few off and you guys had a lot of questions. Weight Watchers is just a point system that ties morality to food and makes you feel bad for eating a fucking almond. Optavia charges you $414.60 for a shit ton of bars and powders and really expensive supplemental bullshit that is not sustainable. The paleo diet tries to tell you to eat like your ancestors. There's nothing wrong with eating legumes and beans and fruits and vegetables, but you don't have to fucking call it a paleo diet. You also can eat a fucking cookie and be okay. Celery juice, healing, everything? Give me a fucking break. Apple cider vinegar shots literally do nothing for you and they taste like asshole. Intuitive eating, my friends. Learn how to feel physically, mentally, emotionally pleasant and enjoy all foods with peace.
Am I okay? No. Am I happy? No. But am I learning and growing? Yes, ma'am.
Processed foods so they won't kill you. Candy, ketchup, and even tofu. All foods are processed unless they're grown by you. Don't let diet culture get to you.
If you are smaller than your friend, don't talk about how you need to lose weight. No one cares about your diet. Fat is not a feeling. Stop telling your larger friend you wish you had her confidence.
Tap, tap, tap. Wrist on glitter, waist on thinner. I'ma show you how to bag an 8-figure nigga. Face on zaddy, pockets on jigger. You better get the card and make it swipe like Tinder.
Thin privilege check. Have you ever been to a restaurant, theater, or flown on a plane where the seating was designed too small for your body? Have you ever walked into a clothing store and worried that they would not have your size? Have you ever received weight loss advice unsolicited from a friend, family member, or even a stranger? Have you ever been to the doctor for a health issue and been prescribed weight loss as a treatment? Have you ever had a misdiagnosis because of your size? Have you ever been turned away from IVF, adoption, or a kidney transplant because of your size? Have you ever been told that you are so brave for wearing a swimsuit? Have you ever watched a movie/show where the only characters that looked like you were written as lazy/stupid/obsessed with food? You are not body positive unless you're committed to changing these systems of fat phobia. Period.
Friendly reminder that that body you wish that you appreciated 10 years ago is just like the body you have now that in 10 years you'll wish you appreciated.
Keto is designed for children with epilepsy. Gluten-free is a required diet for those with celiac disease. If you do not have an issue with gluten, this diet will not help you. 1,200 calories is the average need of a 3-year-old. If you're a grown woman, you need more than this. Juices are an expensive way to drink your fruit, and it's missing the fiber. Carbohydrates, protein, and fat are your 3 macronutrients, and we were not designed to count every gram of these. Diets don't work. If diets didn't exist, intuitive eating would just be eating.
But I'm here right now, just kidding.
A lot of people think what you think and it's scary.
No Nuanced November, let's go. Our culture's fixation on female thinness is not about female beauty, but rather an obsession with female obedience. Dieting is the most potent political sedative. Being overweight is actually a protective factor for certain groups such as the elderly or those with certain chronic diseases. This is called the obesity paradox. Clean eating is just another diet. 95% of people who lose weight through intentional pursuits will gain that weight back and more. Dieting is rooted in white supremacy and racism.
Here's why diets don't work. First, you tell yourself you can't eat, no matter how bad you may want to. Then you think about food even more, and eventually you eat a lot of it and feel really guilty, which can lead to an unhealthy relationship with eating. So let's avoid the guilt with food altogether.
We'll be the last ones dancing when the lights go out. When there's no one to hold you, I will still hold you down. We'll be the last ones dancing in the faceless crowd. When there's no one to hold you, I will still hold you down. I will still hold you down. I'll hold you down. Fucking bullshit, fucking bullshit, fucking bullshit, holy shit, oh fucker.
See that toxic person? We're walking the other way. See that toxic person? And we're walking the other way. Toxic person, walk the other way. Toxic person, walk the other way. Toxic person, walk the other way. Walk the other way.
Hey, long time no see. Oh my god, hi, how are you? Have you lost weight? Oh my god, thank you! You think I'm smaller now than I was before? 1 second, I have to call my mom. Oh my god, have you lost weight? No. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, you still look great. You look like you've lost weight. Thank you. I'm on this new diet where every time someone implies they prefer my body when it's smaller, I eat them.
Stop. What the hell are you talking about? Get my pretty name out of your mouth. We are not the same